When it comes to Russia's war against Ukraine, if we were still in Afghanistan, it would have, I think, made much more complicated the support that we've been able to give and that others have been able to give Ukraine to resist and push back against the Russian aggression.
Okay, so this is yet another example. I don't really need to explain too much what's going on here. Okay, this is complete incompetence at the leadership level. This is the thing that I've been talking about for weeks now and months. What's going to happen when China inevitably goes for Taiwan? Okay, we all know this is going to happen. This is just a matter of time. And we have the Secretary of State coming out saying this. It's absolutely unacceptable, all right? And I've talked many times about the posturing on the world stage, right, of the United States, how this is going to make us look. And this is what I want to say about this. If we are not able to effectively manage our forces, if we're not able to successfully take on two different fronts at the same time, what does that say about our military? What does that say about what we are telling the world? Okay? And at this point, in my opinion, this is an inevitability. Okay? I have had conversations with my friends. Some of my friends have, friends that are deployed overseas right now. And I'm not going to say where, but let's just say that the United States is actively preparing for an attack by China into Taiwan. Okay, this is not going to be a surprise. This is not an accident. This is literally on the cusp of happening. And when you come out and say something like this, you need to understand the implications of what you're saying. You are literally telling our enemies we are not prepared to engage if you go after one of the most important parts of the world. And the reason why Taiwan is such a big piece, as many of you know, is because of the chip manufacturing. Now, I will say that the Biden administration and the United States in general did make a pretty big move when they did the Intel plant, and they're building that actually right here in Ohio to help ease some of that tension possibly over there in Taiwan. But it is an imminent situation, okay? It's an imminent situation. And this statement is just unacceptable. You are projecting weakness. You are projecting lack of preparedness. And what's going on in Ukraine? Okay, that's my question right now. I've already talked about this before, but what is going on in Ukraine? Ukraine, we just sent them $45 billion more in our spending bill. We're sending them money in truckloads. Okay, billions of dollars are getting basically burnt into thin air. We have no idea where this money's going. There's no supervision. And, even if he had a point, Mr. Blinken, at least we should know where the money's going. We should at least know where the money is going. But we're fighting such a endless war in Ukraine. And you guys can tell me right now in the comment section down below if you agree with me. But this reminds me of the Vietnam War. Back when the United States was fighting a war that was unwinnable. In my opinion, that is what's going on with Ukraine. It is an unwinnable conflict. Let's say Ukraine somehow ends up, fending off the Russian military for 1 or 2 years or 3 years, right? We're going to be pouring billions of dollars. I think we're up to $100 billion of military support into Ukraine already. And it's just never going to end. It's literally never, ever going to end. But when you talk about leadership, when you talk about administrations, this is what I'll say as well, is that the former president, say what you want about Trump, but this never would have been the case. This simply put, this just never would have happened. These type of statements on the world stage, and quite frankly, I'm actually pretty surprised that by now we have not seen a major attack or a major invasion from China, from Russia. Maybe you could argue that Ukraine is a major invasion of sorts, and I would probably agree with you in some ways, but it is honestly quite surprising to me that we have not already seen something come from this, okay? And like we see right here, projects weakness as he basically admits the United States cannot support two overseas allies with military assistance at the same time. Says the support America has given to Ukraine would be much more complicated if America were still in Afghanistan. And the thing is, like I said, we can't track that support. Who knows where the money's going? But if we have the biggest military in the world, if we're spending the most money on our military in the entire world, you know, it almost begs the question, why can't we spend, why can't we support two allies at once? That's my opinion on it. You know, I don't know what you guys think, but you know, that's my opinion is if we're going to spend this much money, if we're going to spend this ridiculous amount of money, why can we not support two different wars at once? So, I mean, that's what I think about this. Like I said, total incompetence, total lack of leadership, total lack of an understanding of what your words mean when you say them. Any man who respects himself is going to think about what he's going to say before he says it, period. And it just goes to show you the men we have at the very top of this country, unfortunately, right now are not doing that great of a job. So is it nefarious intent? I don't know. Maybe it's just total incompetence. But you guys can let me know what you think down below. What's going on here with Blinken and Taiwan? When is China going to invade? I don't know. I mean, it's going to be, in my opinion, like I said, pretty imminent. As long as things keep going the same direction they are, and at this rate, I'm not even sure that the United States would do anything, even if China did invade Taiwan. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. If you made it this far in the video, make sure you like the video, subscribe here to Common Sense for more news and political commentary and analysis from a common sense, unbiased perspective. With that being said, I will see everybody next video. Peace out.